What's up? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy House 405 coming at you. How we were going to do it, and this is part of it. It's the preview before the storm, and as we get ready to take on the New England Patriots in Week 1 of the preseason. We got a little taste of it on last Thursday during the Hall of Fame game, which I think like every one of the Skins games is on a Thursday. So next week on ESPN against the Jets is going to be Thursday. So that's pretty good. We get in the middle of the week. Trying to adjust my sound here a little bit. But a lot of stuff coming out of training camp. We know it's do or die for Jay Gruden and in this 5th season. So he needs to get it right, and he needs to get it right now in preseason. We know injuries are going to happen, but you got to overcome them. And first thing, really, I took a look at was the depth chart, and some things that didn't surprise me, and then some things that did. Of course, I don't think we're going to see Josh Doctson. We definitely won't see Jameson Crowder. So Alex Smith will probably be with Paul Richardson and Maurice Harris starting there on the outside. And then surprisingly enough, Rob Kelly, and I think this just changed too. They've got Chris Thompson starting at running back on the official depth chart page. I think this just changed within the last couple of minutes. Or if I'm not mistaken, I think it just did because Rob Kelly was slid in there as number 1 back. But I think we'll see him start, and Chris Thompson will probably fill in the void there. Looking forward to seeing if he can make his cuts and just get his wind about him, because he was having a great season, on pace for like a 500 yard season. So 2-2 on that one. And then we get to see Alex Smith. I'm looking forward to seeing Smith there and seeing what he can do. What can he offer? Probably a play a series or 2, maybe 3, depending on how the team progresses. We know last year, I think Cousins went maybe 3 series and didn't matriculate anything at Baltimore last year. We'll get to see that new tandem, him and Paul Richardson. The offensive line, which we won't see Trent Williams, so we might see Jerron Christian pull in there. Sean Laval, not sure about him. Chase Royer, Brandon Sheriff, Morgan Moses. We'll see those guys. And I don't know if we'll see Jay Reed, but Vernon Davis will slide in there for him as well. And it'll be like San Francisco back in 2005, 2011. And then on the defense, you got Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne slid in as a starting nose tackle. But I think we'll see Tim Settle, Matt Ioannidis, and then you've got Smith, Brown, Foster, Kerrigan as the linebackers, Dunbar starting cornerback, and then we have Josh Norman, of course. Monte Nicholson as a strong safety. Free safety is going to be a Swearinger who won't play tomorrow, and so I think we may see Troy Apke a lot. So we'll see the 4th round pick out of Penn State, and then special teams looking the same. Tress Way, Nick Sundberg, and then Dustin Hopkins at the kicker spot. So not really anything to like say, oh, this is interesting. Besides on offense, the number 2 pick is on the 4th is on the 4th string of the depth chart. Darius Geis is out there. I don't know if they're doing this by experience or whatnot, but you have Chris Thompson, like I said, at first, and then Rob Kelly, Capri Bibbs as the 2nd strings, and then you have Samaje Perine, Byron Marshall, and then you have Darius Geis and Montez Carter down there. So that's going to be interesting, because I think Redskins usually ride with 4 running backs. So, I mean, is it going to be Thompson, Kelly, P. Ryan, Geis? or is it going to be, and maybe Capri Bibbs played really well down the stretch last season against Denver and against Arizona. He played really well. So who's gonna be that guy? Who I think we're looking at that number 2 spot on the depth chart. Those two guys I think are in trouble. I think P. Ryan may by himself another year, and then you got Darius Guice, Chris Thompson. I think he's going to make the team, barring any injury. Of course he is. He just re-upped. So it's a little interesting. They have a fullback, Elijah Wellman. He won't make the team, but they just got him in there, and maybe they'll play him a little bit. Good to see you guys too. What's up, Roger? What's up, Gus? I'm excited to get this going, and I am alone today, so I'm flying solo without Amir. So y'all gonna have to bear with me. And we may see Tom Brady, but I really don't care if we see him or not. I think for the defense to go up against him, just see where. And it's good to hit somebody who's not in the same color jersey you're in. But Amir did leave some talking points for us here, and the biggest thing is he talked about Trent Williams. If we don't see him in the preseason, for alarm, it's a sign for alarm if Trent Williams isn't. I think that his experience, he'll be even though he did have that injury and back slow, he'll be back surely. I think he played through that injury when he could surgery halfway. So what kind of guy he is. That's where his chest every year is, because he does things like he legitimately he started up until the game, and they shut him down because it was nothing else left to play for. So that tells you what kind of guy he is, and I'm excited to see. I think he would be fine once he kicked the rust off. He put up against I think it's Chandler Jones down there in Arizona. So tough test. Then also you do give Deron Christian a chance to there and show what he's worth. You do have Titans as well. So you've got guys that you can like combine and mix and match out there. So I'm not really too concerned at that. I don't think it's a long. Maybe it's a lot of him as personal and career. He's going to year 9, 8 of being in the NFL. We'll see what the captain can. But we know number 71. I think he'll be ready before for players to look out for. I didn't really talk about anything. They got Robertson, I believe. Did you get that right? Robertson, yeah, not Robertson. Pete Robertson, linebacker. He's been turned. Kenny Ladler, who is the 50, so he's right behind Afke. He's been turning his as well. Trey Quinn, I think he's like a fan favorite. Us the white chocolate that we've been trying all these many years in the receiving core. I like this guy. I like his attitude. I like his swag from what I've seen. And apparently here, he looks good. And I'm sorry that I'm buffering a lot. Don't know what that is. Must be my internet connection, so I do apologize for that. Let's see here. Get that squared away. Huh. Okay. Okay, yeah, we got it fixed. Sorry about that. Hopefully I got that fixed. But thanks for letting me know. And then we also talked about before that, how long does Darius Guice play? I think he's going to play a lot. They're going to get him out there. Even though he is in that 4th slot, I think we'll see him a lot more than the other guys. We'll probably see him paired up with Bibbs and Marshall, Byron Marshall, who came that time against the Giants the first time, and he became all kind of. I think he did score a touchdown. He had a big play in that game, so we'll see who will play for that. But some of the big things that I saw coming out of here, and I think it's the most asinine thing in the world. Amir kind of wanted me to chime in on this, but what about the possibility of getting Khalil Mack and what it could cost? I think it's going to cost a first rounder, maybe multiple first rounders, a player. I don't. He's 27. He's at the top of his game, but to me, as I don't know where this team is right now. While we do need a defensive playmaker that a game changer more than anything, I don't know what you'd have up to get him, and does that really change the dynamic of your season? Does that change how people prepare for you? It's one guy, but does that change how people look at you and how they're playing you? And will that? It comes down to, does Khalil Mack, how many wins is Khalil Mack worth? And while he's played on the Raiders, he's only had one winning season. And they didn't even win that playoff game. Granted, Derek Carr was hurt, but they did have some help for him. They did have some talent for him going forward there. So I don't really know if he's worth it or not. And I mean, you guys can tell me what you think there. I just don't like that. I don't like him coming to Washington because I don't know. One, you have to shell out a contract with him beforehand. You're getting ready to go into cap hell with some of your guys. You know, you're trying to secure Brandon Sheriff for a while. You got Jamison Crowder. You got a lot of these key contracts, especially from the 2015 draft class coming up here at the end of the season. So is it really worth it to go out and get Khalil Mack and he not be worth the wins or the price tag, which we've in the past failed on? So, and I think the player that Amir had as given up was I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was Preston Smith, which I honestly, I don't know why Oakland would want him. I don't know why John would want to give his brother something to work with, something that maybe he can talk and shell through. But we'll see. I don't really know. I wouldn't risk it. This guy, I just don't think it benefits the Skins in the long term, because you're getting a player on loan, most likely. That's what you're doing. And that's what they do in baseball. That's what the Dodgers do. That's what the Cubs do. They get players on loan to make a push to the playoffs. But if you're not going to make a push to the playoffs, what's it to you? I mean, maybe, you do have these mobile quarterbacks and Wentz, and you have Dak Prescott down there in the sunken place. So we'll see. So what am I looking forward to in this upcoming game against the Patriots? I look forward to seeing Tom Brady. I look forward to seeing what this defense can do to him. It'll be very vanilla. I'll be honest with you. I might not watch the whole game, but you can be rest assured that we will be recapping the game, and it's going to go on the podcast. I'll leave that link in the description once I finalize this video, this live stream here. And a big thing that also I talked about the news as well. They were talking about Jay Gruden and where he ranks according to Yahoo, I believe, in the power rankings for the coaches. And I thought this was a joke. I really thought I was I thought I was on InfoWars watching Alex Jones. This is how bad it was. They had him out of 32 head coaches. in the National Football League. Where did they have him ranked? 27. Above Sean McDermott, who went to the playoffs, Adam Gase, who's been to the playoffs, Marvin Lewis, who's never won a playoff game, but keeps his job, Dirk Cutter, never been, and Hugh Jackson, who just went off 0-16 season. So they're ranking head coaches right now. What's up, Jeffersons? How y'all doing? We're moving on up to the east side. But how can Jay Gruden be ranked this low? He's the longest tenured head coach in the Dan Snyder era. 4 years, one playoff berth, 1+500 season, one franchise quarterback run out of town. Now, I don't think Jay, and they didn't even have any depth. This is all they had. It was these 10 words about Jay Gruden. But everybody else had something. Hugh Jackson, someone has to be last. Jackson seems like a personal man to me, well liked by his players, but it's hard, like really hard, to manage only winning one game in 32. I mean, they go in depth. Dirk Cutter didn't earn a playoff berth, 9-7 with the Bucs. Last year, they fell off real bad. I mean, Jay Gruden hadn't done the best job, but he's kept this team above water. Back-to-back seasons without a losing record. First coach to do that since Joe Gibbs. Correction, Norv Turner. Had an opportunity to be the first coach since Joe Gibbs to have back-to-back winning seasons. Oh, excuse me. No, wow, what am I doing? First coach to have back-to-back winning seasons in a long time. 8-7-1 in 2016. Check me on that. So I don't really know where people are getting that he deserves it. He's ranked. Vance Joseph is ranked 26th. He didn't have a quarterback, but he had a strong defense. What sense does that make? I mean, honestly, what Vance Joseph is ranked over Jay Gruden. Let's see who else is. Mike Vrabel, who hasn't even coached an NFL game as a head coach, is ranked 25th, 2 spots above him. Steve Wilkes hasn't coached as a head coach. Pat Schumer, flamed out in Cleveland, ranked 23rd. Matt Nagy hasn't even coached yet, and he's ranked 22nd. Matt Patricia raped women, allegedly. I'm coach, ranked 20th. John Gruden hasn't coached in 10 years, 19. Anthony Lynn, Jason Garrett. Some of these names, Todd Bowles is ranked 15 on this. What are you using for your litmus test on this? Kyle Shanahan was at 13. He was 6-10. Kyle Shanahan's at 13 here, y'all. I want to know what the people at Yahoo were smoking to put Kyle Shanahan at 13. Todd Bowles at 15. Over John Harbaugh. Who made this list? That's what I want to know. I mean, this is worse than a Elliott Harrison power ranking. Shalise Monty Young, a Yahoo. Check it out, y'all. I don't know what she was thinking there. This is back on July 20th. But somebody needs to drug test this woman. If she thinks Todd Bowles, the brother who started Josh McCown and Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback, hasn't made the playoffs, was one game within it in his first season, but still did not make the playoffs. It makes no sense to me. It's crazy. I mean, I don't care what you think about Jay Gruden, but the man deserves a little bit more respect than that after what he did with this team last year. Almost 500 record, could have been over 500, but the injuries started piling up. I know injuries aren't excuses, and he damn well sure it looked like he wasn't making an excuse for anybody. And did the team give up a little in late November, early December against Dallas and San Diego or Los Angeles or wherever they're at? Yeah. But then they stuck in it. Should have beat the Giants, but won back-to-back games. Amir was wrong, as usual. I don't know. Oh my God. That's so disrespectful. People might sit here and say I'm a homer for that. And damn it, you might be right. But you can't go and sit and disrespect this man like that. That's unnecessary. And that's not even right. That's why T.O., God love him. That's why T.O. didn't stuff like out here. These journalists put out these rankings that, like, I'm sorry, was she smoking crack with Marion Barry? I don't get that. I really don't. That just that set with me wrong. That set in the pit of my damn stomach. But the fact that you have Todd Bowles over a Super Bowl winning quarterback, coach, excuse me, John. But I find it kind of funny. And even to get to Jay Gruden, I mean, you got to have respect for this guy. He's sat here. He's taken abuse. He's taken his whatever his general manager or team president has thrown at him with the quarterback. He just won a quarterback. He's got a quarterback now. Again, Alex Smith is his quarterback. Let's see what he does with it. He's put up a shut up time for him. He was a lame duck. He got an extra 2 years added on. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. But we talk about Jay. He's got some games that he's going to have to win. One, he's going to have to win the first game of the season. He finally is going to have to do that. Two, he's going to need to. He needs to go above 500 in the division. 4-2, 5-1, 6-0. No excuses. Got to sweep somebody. Most likely, the Giants. You got to take advantage of them. Do home and home with Philadelphia and Dallas. Got to win those. But I think the defense is in a good spot. I'm looking forward to seeing what this team can do. To see the young guy. I don't really care about what the current guys are doing in preseason. That's just my thought on it. I care about seeing them go out here and play. I want to see what young guys can make this team. I want to see what the rookies are doing. I know what to expect out of Chris Thompson. I know what to expect out of Ryan Preston Smith, I know it. I've seen them. Swearinger, I know what to expect out of him. Don't care about that. I want to see the guy. I want to see the guys that are trying to make it. I want to see the guys that are putting the effort forward. Tell me about your Pete Robinsons. Tell me about your Trey Quinns. I know about Jordan Reed. I know he has a damaged fallopian tube. I'm not worried about that. I know what to expect of him. You just can't take him back. Jordan Reed's like that broken mouse you get at Walmart. You know, you know it's going to be broke. You know what you're going to get when you go in there. Like when you go to the dollar store, you know what you're going to get. You know what kind of quality you're going to go. If you go to a suspect used car lot to buy a car instead of a reputable dealership, you know what you're going to get. I know what I'm getting out of Jordan Reed. I know what I'm getting out of Jamison Crowder. I want to see Paul Richardson. I know what I'm getting out of these guys. Yes, we can cook that chicken tomorrow. Yes, we can cook that chicken tomorrow. But y'all, I mean, I don't know if y'all get me or not, but I'm being serious though. What you got, Jefferson? Still salty at Jay on 3rd and 1 call. Yeah, no, yeah, that will piss me off. The one against Minnesota last year. You can be salty at Jay, but that's I mean, the only thing that's been consistent over the last 4 years, 5 years now, Jay Gruden. That's the only thing that's been consistent. Outside of having that disastrous year in 2014, the man has been commendable at best. I mean, I know people might say I'm apologizing for mediocrity. I'm not. But where this team has been at over the last 20 years to where they're at now, show this man some damn respect. Put some respect on his name or his head. How does Shannon Sharp say it? Put some respect on it. When you use his name, put a little bit on there. He knows you got it. He knows it. He doesn't bullshit anybody. So you can take that to the bank, and I'll stand by that. But before I leave, y'all, and before I wrap this up, because it's 10:30 on the East Coast, and remember the podcast, that's where we're going to recap the game tomorrow. We're going to talk to the football gods for a moment and ask them to bless the Redskins, y'all. Just bow your heads with me. The commissioner thought he had me. But I run from the drug test. Father, football, Father gods, we come before you right now. We ask that you bless our team as they go up to Foxboro. We hope we put a hurting on Tom Brady. We hope that we come out unscathed. We hope that Darius Geis puts down the controller and he runs that ball. We hope we get out there unscathed. We know that Jamison Crowder and DJ Swearinger ain't playing. We know that Alex Smith is old, but we hope you just bless them. And bless everybody out there that's playing in this game so we don't have to worry about crying, all that good stuff. Amen. So just remember that. But podcast on the Warpath podcast, you can just ask Siri, hey, Siri, play that on the Warpath podcast. And you'll listen to us. You'll listen to me recap the game. It'll be there. You can listen to it on the way to work or whenever. But I do appreciate you guys. Amir will be back here maybe for the podcast, maybe next week. I don't know. I got to check with him. But this will be current. Warpath Wednesday, every Wednesday. maybe a little bit earlier next week, but it's going to be on Wednesday, and that's going to be previewing whatever went on, what's going on for next week. So we'll talk about the Jets next week, and a lot of things to talk about there with Terrell Pryor. So as always, we love you here. We say here on the Warpath, love, peace, and hell. I'll be talking to you real soon, and I'm